So guys, here we are at Rhuddlan Castle. Gonna go round the castle, giving you a look around it. And this is the way in. Rhuddlan Castle, guardian of the River Clwyd, was a key to Edward I's success in the Welsh Wars. Events played out here would seal the fate of princes, fulfil the ambitions of a king, and decide the destiny of Wales for centuries to come. When King Henry III died in 1272, he left his son, Edward I, the crown in England, and Llywelyn ap Gruffydd, a Prince of Wales. Llywelyn had a treaty with Henry which guaranteed his position as prince, but Edward and Llywelyn were old rivals. A standoff led to two wars, neither ended well for Llywelyn. Edward had imported a superweapon, the greatest military architect in Europe, Master James of St. George. This castle was his first project for the king. Rhuddlan was Edward's Welsh headquarters in war and peace. Defeated Welsh princes passed through its gates, and in 1284 he drew up the Statute of Rhuddlan, which would finally confirm the crown's supremacy in Wales. King Edward and Master James would go on to build greater castles at Conwy, Carnarvon, Holwick and Beaumaris, but none were as important to Wales's future as Rhuddlan. Let's go in. Just as a little side bit of interest for you guys, the bridge there was used in holiday on the buses in 1973, and it's where Olive and Arthur lose their luggage off the bike. And just in behind those trees there is where Rhuddlan Nature Reserve is. Did you have your big girl pants on then? So here we are on some of the castle walls. The entrance to Rhuddlan Castle. Well, as you can see here guys, these are the outer walls, defensive walls of the castle, and were quite sort of thick and sturdy defensive walls. And, you know, if we look over here, you know, quite a slope to them, so quite difficult to get in. The water you can see down there is River Clwyd, I think it is, and it goes out that way to the sea, so boats can sort of come up and bring supplies up to the castle. Looks like there is one of the guard towers on the wall, so you know, quite impressive. It looks like these steps here will take you down there towards the river for supplies. And range here and does go down right away. So that's the front entrance to the castle, which we'll be heading into now. So guys, here we are at the entrance. There's some turrets here we can go into. Quite a height to the turret. Quite a good view out of the tower along the countryside. Can look out onto that. I think it's a tower on the defensive wall.
Where have you been?
So when we came into the towers, well, into the castle, this is one of the towers that I'm going into, they said we could go down to the bottom, but said we weren't allowed to go up the stairs. let's go down and have a look up, see what we can find. So there's a staircase that winds up there, that takes you up to that point, I think. What they're saying, we're not allowed up there. Quite an impressive size on the towers.
I think he said you can go down, but you can't go up.
Yeah.
That's good because we wouldn't get you up there.
And saying about not being able to go up, you can go up a couple of steps and meet this grate. So, you know, they're making sure you can't go up.
Hello.
So that's Practically Perfect Pictures YouTube channel. So go and check it out.
And go and check Dan's out as well, visualising Wales.
Can't go too far under there, but it would be a bit of a nasty spill if you fell down there.
It can be arranged if you want. Who's done it anyway?
We're going to be heading outside the castle in a second. So, quite good stones and that I've used, and you can see sort of the centuries of wear and tear on the castle. Again, another staircase you can go up to, but they've blocked it off, so this would have been another one of the castle towers that we're in. So, looking through there, you can see the tower that we've just been into the bottom of, because that sort of window opening hole, whatever it is there, is where we've been. And just out here, which I'll take you to in a few moments, is the moat. It goes up to there. So guys, before going around the rest of the castle, I did say I would take you to the moat, and here we go. This is the moat we're coming up to. Just work with the staircase going up, and this is the moat here. So looks like there's a bridge over it, just over here, so I'll take you over there Now, that's another tower when COVID's not happening. You can go up, and there's the wall tower again. The moat is heading down there towards the river and the tower. Oh, you know, quite a wide moat there. A bit of an information sign here. Key to success. Control of the sea was vital to Edward I's success in his wars against the Welsh princes. All new castles would be supplied directly by his ships, but this was a problem at Rhuddlan. Miles inland, the king commanded that the landscape be changed to make it possible. Over 2 miles of the River Clwyd need to be straightened and deepened. Only then could sea-going ships reach this dock. So what I said when we came over there was right, that the dock was down there and the stuff was ferried up. Only then could sea-going ships reach this dock, which forms part of the castle's moat. It is estimated that 1,800 ditches would be needed to dig out the moat. However, how many more were needed to change the course of the river? The men were brought from counties across England. For many it was forced labour in a remote and foreign land. Sailing up the new seaway, ships brought cargoes of food, weapons, building materials and luxuries for the garrison and the royal court. Beached on this steeply sloping ramp, the ships were unloaded and then refloated at high tide. So it sounds like the ships were sailed from the river down there at high tide up this bit into this section here, unloaded, and then when the tide was high again, sailed back out to go back from whence they came. So let's go and have a look around the rest of the castle. So guys, we've just been to see the moat and heading back in, so I assume would have been sort of a gated area. You can see the main entrance over there, and again another tower here that you can go into, but again, due to the current COVID things, there is a staircase here that you can normally head up, but you know, fenced off, so we can go downwards, so we can go into the bottom of it and walk up. There's the staircase that takes you up. If we head back up here a minute, guys, then this staircase, when you can go up it, will take you to the top of this wall, and there's a guardrail just there on top of that wall, so you can go up the staircase in that tower onto the top of that wall. So another greater bit where the looks doesn't go too far down. Up here's the final tower. Looks in a bit more disrepair than the other towers. So we can go down this one, but with this tower, because there's sort of a big hole there and then sort of nothing there, there isn't a staircase upwards. Another grate to stop you falling through and hurting yourself. This might have been a little waterway out, don't worry guys, going back in, because that's the car park over there and the little ticket hut and the walkway we came over, but head back in guys. Giving you sort of when each castle was built. So it looks like Rhuddlan Castle 1073, then Rhuddlan Castle in 1256 to 57, then Gamway in 1263, Flint in 1277, Rhuddlan 1277 to 1282, and then Conway in 1283. A couple of centuries worth of building there. And it looks like this is what the floor of the castle would have been like back in the day. And over here, what we're coming up to is what I'm assuming would have been the well. assuming the well would have gone down to the River Clwyd to bring up fresh water for the castle. So we've been into that tower, so that's the tower at the entrance, and that bit's the entrance, and this is the other tower at the entrance. I'm seeing there would have been armed soldiers over there and in here to challenge anybody that came into the castle. It goes up quite a bit, and there's the walkway in there that we came across. So you guys have been right round the castle. When we came in, the guy we spoke to said we could get down into the moat. I think just over here are some steps to go down, but I think these ones only go so there's some steps that were there, but as you can see, you can't get down. If we had around here, we can see some more steps into the moat just here, but they go down to that section and then stop. And the way that we were told we could get into the moat was just past this wall here, and there were some functioning steps to get down there. But let's go and have a look in the moat. And here we go. We can look at getting that into the moat now. And just a bit steep, so I'm just trying to take care. Don't want to fall and break anything, do I? So guys, here we are in the moat. So, you know, if you were sort of trying to invade the castle, you know, so a pretty decent wall here that you'd have to try and get down. Then, you know, you'd be running across into this wall's probably getting pelted by arrows and that from the castle. You know, it's quite a wide moat. And this takes you round to the bridge that I mentioned earlier, where the ships came to dock. So down here, guys, that's the bridge that I was on telling you about when the ships from the sea came into dock to deliver the supplies. And as you can see, one of the ladies of the castle come to be grumpy about visitors. So that pretty much concludes the tour of Rhuddlan Castle. So guys, this is the last little bit. We're over here by the guard tower, we're down by the river, and this is the other side of that bridge that I said that they docked at the ships. So they would have sailed the ships up there and then they would have gone up there, and you can just about make out the bridge up there that I was on. So not a bad bit of sailing by the captain who took it up there.